Hey everyone, welcome back to my podcast. I'm your host, Lester Gonzalez, and as an online writer and BA psychology graduate, I will talk about self improvement, personal growth, success, and how our mindset plays a crucial role in our lives. Please leave a like and follow as it will help grow this podcast. And that being said, for today's topic, I want to dive deeper in the 6 psychological traits that will make you resilient and overcome adversity. So, without further ado, let's talk about resilience. Resilience is a psychological trait that helps us overcome adversity. This trait helps influence our actions and character in terms of being successful. With resilience, we carry the traits of adaptability, problem solving, coping strategies, self compassion, optimism, and purpose. A resilient mind benefits our success, strength, and drive in reaching our true potential in life. So, that being said, here are the key psychological factors of resilience. The first psychological factor I want to talk about is adaptability. Resilience involves the ability in adapting to life's changing circumstances. There will always be something in life that make us, go through these challenges, and sometimes it might catch us off guard. So it's important that we stay resilient and flexible. That way we can just adjust to our strategies and behavior. Having adaptability will allow us to prepare and cope with new challenges, and making adaptability such a crucial psychological trait toward having resilience. The second psychological trait I believe is important is problem solving. We must have problem solving skills in order to be resilient. Resilience will help us become problem solvers in any situation possible. This will allow us to often generate solutions, taking certain actions, and find ways to address challenges. Challenges are all part of the process in developing our resilience. So the more we prepare ourselves with these challenges, the more we'll develop our resilience in the long run. As a result, problem solving is a skill that requires patience, courage, and analyzation in order to become resilient ourselves. The third psychological trait is having the ability to cope. In other words, coping strategies. In order for us to become resilient, we have to have these coping strategies to help manage our stress. Coping strategies help us reset our minds when adversity becomes overwhelming. These strategies may include exercise, mindfulness, relaxation, and seeking professional help when needed. So, coping strategies will not only help us problem solve, but re energize our minds to overcome adversity. And with this in mind, having different coping strategies will help develop long term resilience. The fourth reason, which is crucial in terms of being resilient, is having self compassion. Becoming resilient means we have to be kind and understanding with ourselves. That is what self compassion is, doing things that will help us propel in life. And we must do this to propel in life and understand our value when trying to reach our dreams. We are aware of ourselves and do things that satisfy us when being resilient. It is based on our choice and doing things that work best for us as well. And as we develop self-compassion, we must understand the importance of supporting ourselves through the process. If we don't support ourselves, then what's the point of going through the process in the first place? We must believe in ourselves, have that self-compassion in order to propel us into new levels. So, that being said, self-compassion comes from within us, and which has us develop this resilient mindset overall. The fifth psychological trait would be optimism, positivity, joy, right? Optimism helps us fuel our resilience to a positive standard, and as we develop resilience, we often become hopeful and have a positive attitude. The great thing about optimism is the consistent motivation we have within ourselves. With so many adversities, within this world, it could be very overwhelming. And we definitely live in a complex world even now that is 2023. Optimism allows us to stay in control and become the person we want to be. Furthermore, as we continue to develop our resilience, we must have optimism to stay driven. And the sixth and final psychological trait in terms of resilience and overcoming adversity is having a sense of purpose. Resilience comes from having a clear sense of purpose and meaning toward our lives. With purpose, we have a reason to persevere and overcome adversity. Only we know what we want within ourselves. The purpose allows us to seek our passions, goals, dreams, and aspirations as we understand our sense of purpose when we find breakthroughs in the storm. So keep in mind, everyone has different ways in defining their purpose, as it varies from person to person. Not all of us will, like I said, find this purpose because everyone has their own sense of motivation, drive, and belief. We can't change that for one another, but the only thing we could change is within ourselves. We know what best works for us. We know our own true passion and purpose. Some of us may be scared to reach them, but that's okay, as long as we truly understand what we want and take action. That is what makes our dreams a reality. And for us to be resilient, we must have purpose. So keep in mind, everyone has a different sense, and everyone's purpose varies from person to person. Therefore, resilience comes from our own purpose, and purpose creates our actions that we are willing to take. So overall, remember that resilience must be developed within ourselves. Everyone has different strategies in coping with these complex adversities we deal with in the world, whether it be work, school, or even at home, right? However, a resilient mind comes from adaptability, problem solving, coping strategies, self-compassion, optimism, and purpose. Everything I've just said within those 6 purposes and psychological traits of resilience. So overall, these psychological traits will benefit our growth and self-resilience in the future. The question I have for all of you is, can we be resilient enough to overcome these adversities? Will we be prepared? Are we tough enough? Are we mentally tough enough to go through these challenges and seek them as opportunities of growth? That is all I have for you guys today. I thank you all so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. For more self-improvement content, stay tuned on this podcast and make sure to leave a like, follow, and or subscribe. It will really help me out in terms of me speaking my knowledge on mindset. And that being said, I love looking forward to speaking with all of you. I love growing with all of you through this podcast. And without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Stay tuned. I'll try to post daily. And as always, I wish you all a blessed day.